Let's face it, life isn't easy. If you're stuck in a bad relationship, betrayed or afraid of tomorrow, financially insecure, or desperate for a breakthrough, you've come to the right place. Dr. Carmen Harra is a renowned psychologist, intuitive, relationship expert, and best-selling author, and she's here to give you the miracle guidance you need. Her new call-in show, Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life, offers profound wisdom, practical advice, daily exercises, and empowering predictions, all for you. Dr. Harra's show aims to eliminate everyday problems, big and small, with topics like healing your relationships, reclaiming your power, achieving better health, dealing with loss, and so much more. Regain the joy, stability, and fulfillment you deserve to feel. Tune in to Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life with host Dr. Carmen Harra, live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, and find the answers you've been looking for.
Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Miracle Guidance. I'm your host, Dr. Carmen Harra. So excited to be with you tonight and every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern here on OMTimes Radio. And I decided to choose a very interesting topic for tonight. How to manage anxiety of everyday life, because our modern world makes it nearly impossible for us not to feel worried. With bills, with traffics, with debts, with problems at home, with deadline, with the pandemic, these things can make us sick. And we can break out of cycles and progress towards our goal unless our minds are at peace. So tonight I decided to talk to you about what stress can do to our body and give you tools to eliminate stress, anxiety, and all these other mental issues that we are dealing with, like anxiety and panic disorder. So we talk about all of this during the show. And this is a calling show, so feel free to call in. Now we are trying to get back to normal life after a global pandemic, but this process is different for everyone. And this process cannot be easy. It's a very difficult one. So just turning on the news can make you feel sick to your stomach when you see all these tragedies, all the shooting, the problem in Florida with the building collapsing. What a tragedy. But for those who already suffer from anxiety and panic disorder, this current state of the world can make you feel a million times worse. So we don't know what tomorrow brings, and that's even a scary thought. You know, I've learned that negative emotion translate into health problems. The correlation between heavy feelings like anger, resentment, bitterness, and certain diseases like cancer, autoimmune, even diabetes is more deeply rooted than we actually can imagine. So this correlation is real, because our feelings are the building blocks of our health. Many disorders are triggered by toxic emotions that are trapped inside. So this happens constantly with us. This is why it's so important to mitigate our emotion and pacify our minds. So we want to be healthy and we want to be successful, but we can with all these emotions that I said that are trapped inside. So learning to accept, learning to process, learning to ultimately control our emotions will grant us not only inner peace, but physical wellness, because that's what we want. We don't want to get sick because of the situation we are living in. So all we know, and by the way, so many people are suffering from anxiety because of this pandemic. Panic disorders going to the roof. So we need to know how to deal with this. We need to know how to accept that. We have to surrender to the present and use the resources we have in front of us to change the situation. So we must not feed into fear, because that's what we did during this pandemic. The fear was taking control. And what I'm talking in all my show, I said, please don't allow emotion to take control over you. Control your feelings. If we shift our emotion, we can shift our circumstances. So our circumstances need to be shifted. So in moments of worrying, we go back to the Bible, to the wisdom of the Bible, to the book of Ecclesiastes, who says, there is a time to scatter stones and a time to gather them. But now it's the time to gather our stones. So metaphorically speaking, this is the time to slow down, take care of ourselves and everybody, and heal. Humanity needs to heal. We will have plenty of time later on in life to scatter the stones again. But if we want to listen, if you really want to listen to a meditation, because meditation calms you down, I did encourage you to go to YouTube and search for Carmen Harra guided meditation. And this will be the first result at the top of the YouTube, so you'll see it right away. And I do believe that you will enjoy that meditation, and it's going to come exactly in the moment you need it. Now, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I've learned, medically speaking, about the danger of stress. And let's go to what is called the real danger of stress. So we need to understand what's really happening to us when we are stressed. The first thing that happens when you stress is the immune system goes down. So stress actually lowers your immune system. So when you stress, immune system's ability to fight off antigens is very reduced. So that's why we are more susceptible to infections. Now, the stress hormone cortisol can suppress the effectiveness of the immune system, which means that it lowers the number of the white cells in your body. Now, don't forget that white cells are supposed to help us and produce antibodies, in order to attack all these viruses. So if we are low in white cells as a result of the immune system being low because of the stress hormone suppressing the immune system, we are not able to fight, the body is not able to fight viruses, infections, and consequently, for instance, you can get COVID very easily because your immune system cannot fight. And that's also stress related. Now, stress can also damage our sympathetic system. There's parasympathetic and the sympathetic system. When the body is stressed, our nervous system contributes to what is known as the flight or fight response. The body shifts its energy resources towards fighting off a threat or fleeing from a perceived enemy. So the sympathetic system signals the adrenal gland to release hormones called adrenaline, epinephrine, norepinephrine, and cortisol, the stress hormone. So when all these hormones are released, you are in that state of a rush when you feel your heart beats harder and your breathing gets faster. And this is okay for a short period of time, but long-term stress can cause our sympathetic system to release too much epinephrine or norepinephrine and not be able to turn this mechanism off, leading to uncontrolled blood pressure, to strokes, to cardiovascular diseases. So if I'm taking the damage of stress medically to what it does to your body, it's pretty sad to acknowledge all of this. Now, stress can actually harm your digestive system. Probably you never heard all of this put together this way, but I put them together so you guys understand how significant it is to control stress. So stress, what it does is it affects your gut, but it depends on the length of time you're experiencing stress. Like short-term stress can cause you to lose your appetite and your digestive will slow down. Long-term stress can trigger gastrointestinal issues like indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea, and so on and so forth. So all of these are definitely triggered by the stress affecting your gut. Now, stress can make us do and say things we don't mean. When you stress, you overwhelm, you start to blow things out of proportion. You take things the wrong way. You can lash out at others who didn't do anything wrong to you and they don't deserve it. You start fighting with your closest people, your mother, your wife, your kids. This can lead us to say mean things to the people we love, hurting them and causing them irreparable harm in our relationship. So be careful with that and acknowledge what's making you feel angry and what's making you feel react in a certain way. So at least when you know, you can control. What you don't know, you cannot control. Now, something that I want you to understand, stress can be addictive, very addictive actually. Like anything else in life, stress can become very, very damaging in its addictiveness. And stress may even be as an addictive drug, in addition to the hormones, adrenaline and norepinephrine and noradrenaline. Stress also releases dopamine, a feel-good chemical, but dopamine encourages to repeat behavior by activating the reward center in our brain, and that may be the heart of many addictive behavior and substance abuse issues. Now, people, when they stress, they start to drink, they start to take drugs, they start to smoke, they start to what? Compulsively eat. Now, eating is a common coping mechanism for stress, but it doesn't actually relieve stress. So you can eat, you know what it does? You eat too much, you get fat. So you can actually make, it can actually make you more stressed and become overeating. And this is the way it will lead to weight gain. Now, as I pointed out, stress triggers our body's fight or flight mechanism, our fight or flight response, that release a hormone called cortisol. That's a stress hormone, and that hormone is released in our bloodstream. Now, cortisol, what it does, it increases hunger because the body craves energy to fight whatever stressor you may be facing. So because, you have this high level of cortisol, you become very hungry. And you crave high things that are food that are high in calories. You crave sugar, and sugar is the most addictive thing. And you crave fat. So unfortunately, these foods actually increase stress further and contribute to a lot of weight gain. I've seen people that are very, very overweight, and it all has a lot to do with their stressful life. Now, being overwhelmed by stress can also disrupt normal eating habits, because eating diverts our attention away from our thoughts. So we want to avoid our thoughts. So that's important to know. So I just want you to understand that studies have shown that stress levels do not decrease after overeating, and binging on junk food can actually cause more anxiety. So the junk food is so bad that it actually, instead of alleviating stress, it makes you more anxious. So when you stress, you're caught up in the moment and don't think about the repercussion that certain harmful behavior will have on you and other people around you later on in time. So, I'm just giving you something that I think is so essential for you to understand. And probably, you never thought this way, or probably you knew some of this thing, but I want you to take this statements that I'm making very seriously, because it's extremely significant for you guys to know how to handle stress, because stress will make you age. It can cause wrinkles to form because high amounts of cortisol, the stress hormone, can break down the skin's collagen and elastin. So that's the medical explanation is, why am I stressed and why all of a sudden I wake up and look in a mirror and I look 10 years older? Because cortisol, the stress hormone, can break down the skin's collagen. So That's why, you start to look this way. So a stressful lifestyle can trigger an inflammatory response in your body, as well as can affect your sleep. Now, with inflammation, I'm always medically very concerned, because if there's an inflammation in the body, there's a disease in the body. So be careful with inflammation, and never allow yourself, to have any kind of an inflammation. Start to take natural stuff that I'm always recommending: bromelain, turmeric, and curcumin in combination. And there's a product out there that is called Heal and Soothe that is actually phenomenal, because it has 6,000 units of bromelain. That's the best anti-inflammatory that exists right now, natural anti-inflammatory that exists. I will not go for those anti-inflammatories that exist out there under the counter, because the side effects are terrible and they hurt your stomach, and talking about addiction. So you start depending on them. So another thing, and the last thing, and then I'm going to take a break in 1 minute, is that if you are pregnant, stress can really harm your baby. Because during pregnancy, stress can actually increase the chances of having a premature baby or low birth weight baby. In addition, the stress a mother experiences when she's carrying, can have an effect on the health of the child long after they are born. So that's a very significant things to consider. So I'm going to talk much more about what we need to do to alleviate stress. And I'm going to give you some tools to start feeling stress-free. But I'm going to go and take a break right now. And then I'll also take your calls, Pauline, Leilani, everybody online, waiting to talk to me. Hold on the line for a minute. Thank you.
The best of the holistic, spiritual, and conscious world. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM.
OMTimes magazine is one of the leading online content providers of positivity, wellness, and personal empowerment. A philanthropic organisation, their net proceeds are funneled to support worldwide charity initiatives via Humanity Healing International. Through their commitment to creating community and providing conscious content, they aspire to uplift humanity on a global scale. Connect at omtimes.com. OMTimes, creating a more conscious lifestyle.
My name is Victor Furman. Some call me The Voice. I've always been fascinated with human nature, spirituality, science, and the crossroads at which they meet. Join me Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern on OMTimes Radio, and we'll explore these topics and so much more on Destination Unlimited.
COVID-19, brought to you by CDC and the Ad Council.
If you're feeling increasingly lonely right now, you're not alone. It's totally normal. Even though we may not be able to get together in person, connecting virtually with friends and family still gives you a chance to interact with people and may help raise your spirits. Join a virtual book club, set up group text chats, or online video coffee breaks with coworkers.
Find more self-care and coping tips at coping-19.org.
And I'm back. I'm so excited to make an announcement. My new book, Committed, is out right now. You can find it in bookstores. You can find it at Amazon. I'm having an official launch in the next 3-4 weeks from now. But I'm excited to announce you the release of this book. And as I said, it's called Committed, Finding Love and Loyalty Through the 7 Archetypes. Now, commitment is a problem for many people, and love relationship cause us a lot of problems. So, but what exactly is commitment and why it is so hard to achieve? Because we all struggle in love. But if you're ready to end cycles of pain, disappointment, and foster a true, fulfilling relationship. I think this book is the book for you. It has been endorsed by John Gray, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, and Committed will make you reevaluate the way you think about love. It is a relationship manual that unfolds in two parts. The work you need to perform on the inside and the 7 distinctive archetypes you'll encounter on the outside world. Now, in the first part of the book, you're going to learn to re-examine core beliefs you hold about commitment and to relinquish harmful assumptions. Also clear all those karmic patterns that were passed down to you and heal emotional trauma from your youth. Liberate yourself from people, places that no longer serve you and habits that hinder your relationship potential, and develop an unshakable sense of self-worth so that you can give love not just to another partner, but to the right partner. So the second part of the book, I want to teach you how to identify your partner's archetype as well as his strength, weaknesses, mindset, inclination, commitment, capacity. So you need to determine your own love archetype and make your partner commit based on the needs, fear, and desires of this archetype. So navigate successfully through the world of online and personal dating is also something that you're going to read in this book. You're going to learn how to build emotional intimacy. You're going to learn how to mediate external influences and apply real-world solutions to solve any kind of a relationship problem. Now, the goal of this book is to help you find and keep the love you deserve. An authentic, impassioned relationship that fills you with excitement each morning and puts your mind at ease every night. To find out more about this book, I want you to sign up to my mailing list, www.carmenharra.com, and just sign up to my mailing list, and you will receive an email with the day of the launch of the book. And the day of the launch of the book, my book costs 99 cents. So you want to get this book for 99 cents? 99 cents. I can't believe the price the publish house decided to put on the day of the launch of the book. And if you want that, I know the launch is like 27th of July. You want to buy the book that day, you get this book almost for free. So, if you like this book, write me a comment on Amazon. I would really appreciate that. And for everybody, interested in my book, let me know. I'll give you a discounted session, even if it's free, because I want to express gratitude for you having an interest in my work. Now, I talk about different archetypes in the book, and I do talk about different types of narcissistic archetype, narcissistic behavior. And I analyze the archetype of our President Biden. I analyze the archetype of the former President Trump, and I'll go through that with other personalities in the world. And I came to the conclusion that actually a narcissist can only get along with another narcissist. So read the book. You'll find so many interesting information. It's going to help you. I'm convinced that this book is going to help you find out who is your match when it comes to the psychological interpretation of the human behavior. So excited about this book. I'll talk much more about it on every show. If you're interested, you want to find out much more, you want to write about this book, you read the book, I'm here to express gratitude and give you some minutes free. Now, I know I have people online, and I will definitely go and speak with everybody who's waiting to speak with me, like Pauline and Lelani, my faithful listeners who I really appreciate and love, and I'm grateful to have them in my life. But I want to give just a hint about the different ways to boost stress, to boost serenity. And I want you to kind of practice some exercises to eliminate stress, to welcome serenity into your heart and into your mind. So the first thing that everybody heard about, and there's nothing new about, but it's just I cannot address enough the fact that this is such an important thing, is exercise has a positive impact on every part of your being. Increases circulation, strengthen your heart, elevates your immune system, reduces the risk of cancer, and is a prime stress booster. So you want to release your stress that is hurting your body, go to exercise. Exercise causes the production of those neurotransmitters known as endorphins. So apart from this, the mental concentration required during exercise, diverts your attention away from stress. So make sure you move your body every day in some way. Walk as often as possible. Engage in a good game like tennis, swimming, bicycle, try yoga. So the important things is that you need to stay active, free of stress. Stay what I call stress-free. That's the first thing that I want you to do in order to release stress. The second one, I want you to practice detachment. I talk about this all the time. The wisdom of detachment teaches us to forgive those who have hurt us while you forgive ourselves. Only in this way you can truly detach from the pain and pressure of the past and let go of the situation that are stopping you from succeeding. One of the keys to detachment is to let go of negative emotion. I know I'm talking about this all the time, but I cannot address this enough. This is the way to reach a healthy emotional flux. If you want to become unblocked and unburdened, then forgive. Practice detachment by training your brain to think less and less about something that worries you. In time, you'll see that you don't think about what is almost there all the time. So you're able to free yourself from sometimes negative patterns of behavior. Third, I want you to listen to music, because music is such a healing force. From the beginning of time, we have like the Bible. The Bible is saying, okay, when at the beginning was the sound. So retreat to a place of solitude and put your favorite song. Be sure to play a song that's slow and soothing, one that really speaks to you, and it can be an old song, it doesn't matter. Just listen, absorb the words, and allow the melody to glide over your body. So breathe in sync with the song, following the highs and lows of the rhythm. So create a special playlist just for this time, or when you're in solitude, you allow the music to play until you feel fully recharged. So a way to heal and recharge and be stress-free is through the music. Another thing that I always recommend in different ways is calming affirmation. Affirmation are the part of the spoken word used to your advantage. Now, patterns of speech form systems of belief. So what you talk, you become. What you think, you become. What you affirm, you translate into your reality. When you reassure yourself repeatedly that, through your positive words, you begin to believe what you affirm. So I'm just I want you to repeat after me 5 great affirmations to practice anytime you need to unwind. And one is like, and you can say after me, but you can also create your own calming affirmations. Say things like, I am in control. I am calm. I am still. I am a master of my challenges. I conquer my burdens effectively. I triumph over stress and celebrate harmony. As I breathe in, my spirits swell with tranquility. Serenity surges through my mind, body, and soul. So say those words, find your own words, and you're not going to believe how powerful these words are in reframing your mind, in rethinking, rebuilding. It's just fascinating how powerful this is. Now, memories are a great way to escape a current situation. So if you say, oh my God, I'm so overwhelmed, I'm so stressed, I'm going to go back, in my time, in my past, and I'm going to remember pleasant memories from the past. I'm going to remember, release the tension of the day and recollect the times that made you smile. with family, that will distract you from thoughts that are in the present moment. So sometimes bringing those good memories in the present moment in which you are so overwhelmed, it's a very, very healing force. Another thing that I want you to do is do mindful writing. Take a pen and a paper and take a deep breath. Chances are your concerns are on the tip of the brain. Now, those will travel to the tip of your fingers. So start to write about your day, about your frustration, about your dilemma, or about something that upsets you. Just write it down, get it out of your chest. Don't necessarily type your frustration, write them down. Physical writing down, with your hands, releases that stress all the way from the beginning. So put your emotions and struggles in your words. So from your body to the page, let the writing become an outlet of releasing stress. It's a very, very powerful tool, that is used in therapy. So please try to do it, and you're going to see a world of a difference. Now, develop a new routine is also something that I want you to do, because sometimes it all takes, all it takes is a little bit of an idea, of rethinking the story of your life. So if you run into a traffic in the morning, maybe you can try to figure it out, a faster routine to get to work, a faster route to go to work. So, or you can rearrange the activities at night in order to sleep earlier and wake up, earlier. If you feel stressed from having to pick up your kids, this is a rule of thumb up, the simpler the better. So the less things you plan during the day, the better it will turn out. So give yourself a break, reduce the number of activities you have to do each day, so that you have extra time, so you can add more tasks. So prioritize all these activities. This is going to keep you organized. So eating healthy, exercise should be the top of the list. Try, a bit more realistic to use your time. Don't do the things that don't overwhelm. Usually things take longer than we plan. To give yourself some room for everything that you do. So the principle is quality over quantity. So you don't have to get everything done in one day, which we usually try to do. But you should do things the right way. And probably the last thing, because there's a lot I can talk about how to release stress, but the last thing will be try to practice your favorite hobbies, encouraging your mind in something that is enjoyable. So practice a craft that you love and that requires your attention, a game, creating something, dancing, Zumba, cooking. It is equally valuable to devote time and effort to the things you want to do, not just the things you have to do. So that's the difference. So as I said, stress is an inevitable part of daily life, but you can make simple steps to find relief. That's why I want you to practice all this relaxing, exercising, and taking comfort in serenity, because all I'm trying to do here is show you how significant it is, to, release stress and get healthier and get better. I know I have a lot of you online, and I'm going to go right now, before the break, I'm going to go to Leilani, my beautiful Leilani. How are you, my love?
Hi, Carmen. I'm good. How are you?
Good. Well, I'm excited about this topic because I love to talk about stress. I love to help people, live in serenity. And you are that kind of a person. In spite of all the issues that you have,
Yes.
anytime I speak with you, you're so calm, you're so at peace, your mind, there's harmony, there's hope, there's, the most positive attitude. So I admire you for that. Is there anything I can help you with?
Well, so I have been on a little road trip because where I'm house sitting, the owner of the house, is back. He's not leaving until Sunday. So now I've been camping and just, trying to figure it out where to go. just the biggest thing is I'm ready for housing, and it has not appeared yet. The guy I'm living with at his house sitting, Thomas, he doesn't know anyone, and so I'm wondering if you have any insight. I'm also curious, my spiritual community, Agape International Spiritual Center, they're not open, and really I'm only in this area mainly for them because I'm just really craving like-minded community, people that are mystics, and, you know, Carmen, the reason why I am able to be the woman I am through such big challenges and the unknown is because of also my spiritual practice and meditation.
Of course, absolutely.
And just, I always know everything that's happening is for my highest good, but I'm also realized I've been kind of living this vagabond life for too long, and I'm just really ready to have my own home again.
You have to. You have to. So, how's your practice doing?
What do you mean? My healing art?
Your healing, yeah.
I have 3 clients weekly, and I just came up with the idea the other day for one of my clients, because he's a talker, to do a half an hour counseling in the beginning and then 1 hour of the Reiki healing session. And so I can charge a little bit more for that. And part of what I'm doing with these clients is they're 2 of the clients are the ones that gave me the cash. They bought packages, and then I was able to buy my car. So I bought my car outright to get on the road, and so I'm working off those packages. Does that make sense? So I offer package deals now, like I offer a 5-pack and a 10-pack and a 21-pack. And I love it. You know, my clients are transforming, and I know how to be with different clients, you know, because everyone's at a different level of consciousness and awareness, and I'm not pushing them. I'm just holding space for them and loving them and honoring them. And, you know, it's not me, Carmen. The energy comes through me, and it's wonderful. I feel like it's why I'm on Earth right now.
Of course. But I do believe that you will, because of your practice is going to get better, and you will be able to make a better income. I think you will also be in a position of being able to generate more income and being able to afford a resident. You need to be able to have your own space, and you don't need a big space, just a space that is yours when you're free from all of this interferences, and there's no one else other than you in your own space. You really need that, and you will be able to afford that. That's the way I see this working for you.
Los Angeles is so big, though. I get overwhelmed. Where do I look? How's it going to work out? Rental property managers, you know, all that world. I really feel like it'll take a miracle, and there are miracles, Carmen, happening in my life every day. But I'm just, you know, this guy, Thomas, he will leave Sunday and return on the 21st, and that will be done. So I need to find a place come the 21st of July.
Okay. Well, are you looking?
I'm looking a little bit, but being on the road, I've been just trying to, you know, find a place to stay temporarily. I'm staying with a friend tonight, and then another friend tomorrow, the next couple nights. And then I'll really look every day once I get a little bit more grounded and not, you know, be on the road. I was in Sedona visiting my spirit grandfather, and I guess I start to hesitate. Am I supposed to be in Los Angeles or?
No, you're supposed to be there. That's the place for you. That's the place for you. Don't be intimidated by the fact that you don't have yet, you don't have, how should I say, your own home. What you achieve in such a short period of time is pretty impressive.
Really?
Yeah, it's very impressive. You're aware of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get overwhelmed though at the cost of living, and gas. You know, and I know too, part of my path in this incarnation is to heal lack.
Right.
And to just trust God will provide, and
right.
You know, so I'm doing my work.
Right. I know you are doing it. You are doing it in an amazing way, and
I feel blessed.
Stay true to yourself, and don't be worried. You know, it's exactly what I'm talking on the show. Don't be stressed by this. Take it very easy. Take a deep breath, you know, and visualize this, and do your calming affirmation, and say stuff. I'm going to find the best place. Look around, you know, check on newspapers online, and you're going to find a beautiful small place that is going to be your place. And I feel it's going to be in a small building, and there's an older lady helping you with this, you know. So, yeah. Okay, my love. So I have to go because I have to take a break. But I love you, Leilani, and
love you.
Thank you so much for being you. Okay, so I'm taking a short break, and I have Pauline, and there's a new lady that I'm very excited to speak with. So don't go anywhere, guys. I'll be with you in a minute.
The best of holistic, spiritual, and conscious world. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM.
Ascending Hearts is no ordinary dating site, but a spiritual dating site with a purpose, to link you with your soulmate. We engineer the serendipity so you can trust that you will attune with someone that has the same matching vibration as you. Ascending Hearts, the conscious dating site for the spiritually aware. Try Ascending Hearts for free. AscendingHearts.com.
Hello, I'm Sandy Sedgbeer, host of OMTimes Magazine's flagship radio show, What is Going On? My passion is sifting through information, research, and innovations from new thought teachers, speakers, and researchers pushing back the boundaries of what we know about life, energy, metaphysics, and the universe. I love shifting perceptions about who we are, why we're here, and how quickly impossible becomes normal when we open our minds, expand our awareness, and accept that the only limits that exist are those we place upon ourselves. So if you're the kind of forward-thinking, eager investigator of what lies beyond the current reality that most perceive, why not make a date to come play with me in the field of possibilities at 4 p.m. Pacific Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time every Thursday, and together we can discover what's really going on.
If I could be you,
and you could be me,
for just 1 hour,
if you could find a way
to get inside
each other's mind,
walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
We've all felt left out, and for some, that feeling lasts more than a moment. We can change that. Learn how at belongingbeginswithus.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
And I'm back, and thank you so much for listening to my show. And don't forget about my new book called Committed: Finding Love and Loyalty Through the 7 Archetypes. I'm so excited to have this book out. So if you guys are interested in reading the book, let me know. It's going to be 99 cents the 27th of July because it's the launching day. So after that, the book is, I don't know, $15 on Amazon, and the prices will go down. But if you get the book, let me know. I can give you some for free. And if you write a review, which I appreciate for everyone listening to my show, I will give you a short session. So, because I would love your support in launching this book. But I'm going to go to Pauline right now. Hi, my lovely Pauline. How can I help you?
Hi, I just wanted to share a few tips. But if you want to take the other lady who's new, I'm always calling in. So
no, you can tell me, and then I'm going to go straight to this wonderful lady who's calling me, and I love her. She has a beautiful name, Rastania. She's from New Orleans, and I love her, and I'll be with her in a minute. So tell me,
great.
Pauline. Yes.
Okay, yeah. The one thing is that people need to turn off their devices because that is stressing them out worse than anything else That's just adding to everything. Just at least even at night, just turn it all off, because there's plenty of stuff going through your apartment or our homes from other people's Wi-Fi. So that's one suggestion. The other one is going in nature. Like you had said, exercising, just being in nature will help, reset you. The other thing is breathing. Like, we don't breathe enough. We need to breathe and learn other methods of breathing, and just breathing in and breathing out the garbage, like you said. The other thing is drinking more water. If we're not hydrated, we're probably damaging ourselves, we're poisoning ourselves. The other thing was just even taking a shower, or being in like the beach, or even having a Himalayan salt lamp so you could, ionize the room. And those are my suggestions, because I've been through all this stuff. And having a panic attack, I remember what I did to stop, all that. Most of your suggestions were exactly what I needed. I had done, because of what you had said. I already did those. It was just the way I had to deal with it myself. But nature was the biggest thing I refused to do, and now I know that would have been the most. And I had a breakdown, and that would have been, I was advised by a psychic to go in nature, and I didn't do it. And I really needed that break, and I needed that. That is, and hugging a tree, oh my goodness, that is so healing. So healing. That's it.
No, this is great. I just touched upon some of them, and I'm glad that you came with adding a lot of beautiful things to what I was saying, because my concern is that we live in such a stressful universe that our people are developing all these diseases because of the stress. So,
yeah, thanks. So let me let you talk to the other lady, the new lady.
Sorry? What did you say?
I said I'm letting you go so you could talk to the new person.
Okay, my Pauline, I love you, and thank you for being part of my show. Like always, you're beautiful. I'm going to go to this amazing new lady, Lastania from New Orleans. Hi, my dear, and thank you so much for calling my show.
Hi, Carmen. How are you?
Good. Excited to speak with you.
Okay, well, it's on your topic. It's about stress. And I have a really good friend of mine, and we've been friends like 40 years. But I know that both of us have a lot going on. But I find that, and right now we're in the middle of a fight. I don't know what is the fundamental problem, like, between us, because I feel like she picks, and then she wants me to fight with her, but then when I do, she runs and plays the victim. And I don't know how to smooth this out.
Well, fighting with her, is going to create more fight, creates a pattern of behavior. So I'm not encouraging you to respond to her provocation. Anytime
I want to walk away.
To fight, no matter who's the person fighting with you, you change the subject and you just point blank say, you know what, I'm not fighting on any topic I'm not fighting. I don't want to go into disagreement, into judging, into negative emotion, and I don't need this stressful situation. So just listen, I am removing myself from this situation, and I decided I want to take a step back and do something else. And I suggest you do the same thing. Calm, like my previous caller said, breathe in, breathe out, breathe all those darkness, negativity, all those bad emotions, breathe them out, and free yourself. Because be very honest, straight to the point. That's what I recommend. That would psychologically work. But if you don't engage in a behavior that creates more animosity, then the conflict gets resolved on its own. So that's what I recommend that you should do. Try to put an end to this unnecessary conflict that has at the end of the day, in my opinion, is a reflection of her issues. So she has no one else to fight, no one else to release her own negativity and her own problems. So she released them in this way, in a very unhealthy way, by hurting someone else around her, who she actually probably cares about, but she's causing a lot of damage because she needs to let something get out of her. And this is her own way. She becomes like some kind of a vampire of energy, which a lot of people do that. When they overwhelm, when they overstress, they cause a fight and a conflict. So there's something going on in her life making her do what she's doing.
So do you think if I just step away, like don't respond to
I
any...
will step away. I will not let her do this to me. And I will really tell her, you know, I'm not engaging in this, you know, I don't want to fight. And I just want to take a step back, and I want to preserve my sanity. And I don't believe in this, you know. I don't believe in this conflict.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's the only way, because I don't see any other ways that you can reason with this woman. You know, I feel like there's no other way to reason to this person, no matter who this person is. And this person is definitely facing her own issues. Are you aware of this?
She's what?
Facing issues, facing something. It's like an underlying condition, you know. When
yes, absolutely, you know, but when I tell her what I think she needs to deal with, it's like she runs to everyone. Can you believe she told me this? And it's like, I'm really direct. I'm just say what it is, you know, work on you and you'll be okay.
Right.
But I feel like it's becoming, it might have been a spot, and now it's like a huge giant stain on the tablecloth, you know? And I'm like, I just want to burn the tablecloth and walk.
Right. No, just walk simply, you know. Just walk and tell her, listen, I don't want to be part of it. I don't have no intention to amplify this unnecessary conflict. I don't believe in it. I don't see the reason for it. So I think that the wisdom is for me to walk away and do something else. She's not going to fight with her own self. So if she doesn't have who to fight with, this is going to come to an end, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, thank you.
No, so this is the only way. And I do think that this is going to get resolved. I'm a firm believer.
I feel like it's cyclical, you know, like I feel like when it builds up within her, she lashes out, and then here we go again. She lashes out.
Yeah, but you need to stop it somewhere. This has to come to an end. And she will not put an end to it. Because this becomes a pattern of behavior, you know. That's why you said it comes in cycles. It's just that, okay, it gets better, and there you go again. It's like a disease that comes back, like a virus in your system that will never go away, will always resurface, you know. This is some kind of a virus in her brain. You know, it definitely is. You know?
I understand that, and I am very intuitive, and I try to tell her, but then it's like, I'm the bad guy for pointing it out.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
But I will disengage and not
bother. And tell her, listen, I'm not. If you need to fight with somebody, if you have an issue, have something, you know, just go do it with somebody else, or, you know, find another. No, that's not me. Me, I have to make it clear. I'm not participating in this. And consequently, you leave the door and go do shopping, do something else. And indirectly, this will come to an end. Because you stop the pattern of behavior. And the moment you stop it once or twice, it's not going to happen anymore. Not happen.
Okay.
She already will know, you know, that there's not a good response to this. It's not. Yeah.
Okay, I can do that.
Good. It's going to eliminate the stress, the anxiety, you know, everything. But there's something going on with her. There might be even something psychologically wrong with this person. And the sad part is that I don't think she's aware of it, because that's what happens to us all the time. You know, we get into conflicts, but we have deeper wounds, and we have serious emotional, mental problem, you know, that makes us behave in the wrong way. And,
of course. And I know we all have that.
You can be addicted to wrong behavior, and it turns into an addiction. So it's like you start in a sick way enjoying those conflicts. It's like it makes you feel good. It's sad to say, and it's just, really, can it be this way? Yes, it can, you know. she takes pride in this fight. She thinks she's winning something. She thinks she's above something. She thinks she can make you feel bad.
But
and
I don't
sick
feel
as
bad.
it might seem,
You know?
it makes her feel good.
I think because she runs to our friends and then cries
Of
like
course.
wolf, you know?
Right,
And then they
right.
call me, how could you be so mean?
Right. You know, you have to be the villain here, and she's the victim. People that sometimes have an addiction to being victimized, you know, she wants to be victimized. And if you don't participate in victimizing her, then she cannot have this fight, and then she cannot create all these shenanigans. So it's not. So then she's at a loss. You know, she's just, wow, really? I mean, here I am. You know, I thought this is going to work, and I reached the conclusion that this is not going to work at all. Crazy.
Okay. Thank you.
But this is you will do it. Just let me know. I'm curious. You know, if you able to you know, to put an end to this, call me on the show anytime you want in the future. I'll be very happy to hear what's next after changing, you know, this action, after employing this new tactic, you know. Yeah.
Well, you're a psychologist, correct?
Yes, so that's what I recommend as a therapist. I'm saying, okay,
I love
this is the psychology of it. And this is, you know, it's all, we operate on patterns of behavior. We're not aware of it, but this is the way it works. And I am very grateful for your show, for your calling the show. And I have a new book coming, talking about a psychological book on archetypes, and that's why I want you to probably have a chance of getting the book for 99 cents on the 27th of July. So I send you all the best wishes, and I'm grateful for your call.
Thank you, Carmen.
Okay, my love. And for everybody listening, I'm Carmen Harra. I'll be back on OMTime next week. Same place, same time, OMTime Radio, Carmen Harra. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate it.